I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
From the writer of The Hitcher, the China Lake murders will keep you on the edge of your seat until the final scene.
You haven't got much choice now. Unless you want to let me go.
Making choices is what being a cop's all about, darling. We're gonna test the system.
The China Lake Murders.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. That's another paid request, this time from Aaron Daniel. And it's for a film called The China... What the fuck is a China? China. I keep that into this stupid fuck up. China. Yeah, it's a China. It's a new word I made, a China. The China Lake Murders, if I learn how to talk. It's a TV movie that was USA Network in 1990. Now, apparently some book says this was the most successful basic cable movie of its time. Like the highest rated. According to some book, I don't know. But the China Lake Murders. One thing I did not realize, it was based on the short film that Robert Harmon made. Robert Harmon, the director of the original Hitcher. Now, The Hitcher is a classic film. I remember on the DVD that's overseas, there was a bonus feature with like a short film of the director, China Lake. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's based on that, but they made it a full-length film. Interesting. It's too bad they didn't get Robert Harmon to direct it. I think that would have been really cool. But the director did a serviceable job. I mean, his work mainly consists of other cable movies. Like, he did a Kojak movie in the 80s. There was a Michael Jordan All-American something. Like, it was, I think, 1999. Might have been a TV movie, I believe. I don't know who played Michael Jordan, but it got like a lot of bad reviews, I know that. But the China Lake Murders, I would say, going into it knowing it's a TV movie. Why do I make that very prevalent? Because you're not going to get action, spectacle, special effects. That's not what this is about. This is more of a drama, thriller, serial killer movie in which it uses its desert landscape fairly well. Again, part of me wishes this was a theatrical film that Robert Harmon directed, because you look at what he did with Rutger Hauer's film The Hitcher, it would be even more amazing. It would be amazing. Like, this was a decent flick for what it is. In particular because of the two actors. Tom Skerritt, you would know as Dallas in the original Alien, Captain Dallas. He's been in a lot of stuff too, but Alien is the one I think people would recognize him the most. He was on this TV show called Picket Fences for years. He was in The Dead Zone, with Christopher Walken. He played the sheriff in that. He plays our sheriff in this. He's gotten to town very recently. He's divorced. He's trying to get to see his kid again. He has a girlfriend played by Nancy Everhard. She was the star of Deep Star 6, and she was the cop that partnered up with Louis Gossett Jr. and The Punisher from 1989. So I thought, okay, that's cool, Nancy Everhard. But the other actor is Michael Parks. Now, Michael Parks has passed away, but you remember, I would say you would, yeah. He's worked with Quentin Tarantino quite a few times, but I would say still people would recognize him the most from the beginning of From Dusk Till Dawn. If you remember that film, the beginning where a cop comes in, he talks with the clerk, and he gets shot in the head. That's Michael Parks. And he would be in quite a few films. He was in Kill Bill Volume 2. He was in Grindhouse. I think he was in Planet Terror, Robert Rodriguez, who worked with him on From Dusk Till Dawn. He was also the lead villain in the Tim Smith film Red State. He was in Death Wish 5 as the main villain, face off against Charles Bronson. I think that was Michael Parks. Or am I thinking of... I know he was the villain in The Hitman with Chuck Norris. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe he's in both. I don't. He's a good actor. He's a very good actor. He did a really solid job here. And the setup is interesting. The setup is Michael Parks is a cop who will go on vacation to this area called China Lake. And each time he goes on vacation, he will randomly kill people. Even though he's a cop, he will randomly kill people. And the way he does it is he gets in his police uniform, he has his motorcycle, he stops people, let me see your ID, you've been drinking, or some other excuse, knocks them out, puts them in the trunk, lets them sit there for however long until they die. Suffocation, thirst, however you want to call it, whatever it may be. And that's his MO. That's how he kills people. Oh, okay, that's an interesting idea. Like, you have a cop who's a killer, and then, again, the way he does it, it's not something I see every day. And Michael Parks, like I say, he has that sinister vibe to him, and you just have a talented actor portraying a guy who... he's in the mind frame of, listen, I can do anything I want. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, this garbage is building up deeper and deeper, and the system doesn't work. Because guess what? If it works, why am I still going? How come I'm not caught? So he's a guy who just completely lost it, and he's tired of the garbage of people. Even though he does go after innocent people, mostly innocent people, but just... And then Tom Skerritt is the nice guy who, he's a sheriff, and like there's this bit in the film where he threatens this wife abuser, and later on, when it's a repeat offense, finds the guy again, he's ready to beat the fuck out of the guy. Like he wants to stand for what's right and justice. And like I said, it's not an action-packed film. There's no car chases, gun battles, gunfights, fist fights. It's none of that. It's more of the somber tone. I rather liked the score. I thought the score was definitely above average for a TV movie. Like, it's a score I could hear in a theatrical film. I don't know who did the music, but I thought they did a rather good job. And I thought it was rather effective and fit with the film. Like, that's definitely one of the big pluses for it. Again, there's some, like I said, there's some nice shots of the desert. People like, that sounds stupid. But no, to really showcase just how in the middle of nowhere these characters are at. Away so far from civilization. And just this slow almost slow burn of Tom Skerritt befriending Michael Parks because he's a fellow officer, and then the wheels slowly turning on this guy, coincidences, other things he starts noticing, and using more his brain than brawn to deal with Michael Parks' character. And I'm not sure if I want to give anything else away, because it was for free on YouTube. And again, I really do want to stress, if you're going into this expecting, I mentioned The Hitcher. The Hitcher had a budget that went into theaters, and Robert Harmon directing, so you did get some pretty cool car chases, and the cops battling and fighting, trying to shoot down C. Thomas Howell in his car, and Rutger Hauer able to shoot down a fucking helicopter with his pistol. You're not getting that in this. So when I mentioned Robert Harmon's name, he just did the short film this is based on. So if you like Tom Skerritt, if you like Michael Parks, if you like this kind of... I like the premise, the idea, and it's nothing that's going to blow your mind, not in the slightest. But it's one of those, I could see back in the day, people would sit down, it's on TV, it's raining out, okay, it's an interesting enough story. Actors are pretty decent. Yeah. Has a not too bad of an atmosphere with the score mixed in with the desert locations. Okay. Decent little movie. That kind of reaction to it. And that's what I thought the China Lake Murders were as this TV film. Fairly decent flick. So I don't want to give everything away. Feel free to check it out if you want. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.